clicked on something and I couldn't get back to my screen. It was pissing me off because I couldn't get back. Yeah, like it screwed everything up. I went to go click on something and it freaking screwed everything up. Pissed me off is what it did. Can't believe I did that. Just waiting to see. Cannot believe that happened. Like, seriously. See if people can jump back in. I don't know if they will. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I can't believe that happened. I, like, screwed up royally. Holy Jesus. I cannot believe I did that. Let's try this again. That was my fault. I knew better. I wasn't thinking when I clicked on it. And then I tried to get back to it, and that made everything worse. I'm just waiting for Zoe to come back, because... I just messaged her. I know, but I can't believe I screwed that up royally. Zoe just asked, are you coming back? I said, I'm on now. Alright, back to this. Oh my gosh, I am not touching another thing at the moment. I'm just going to color, and the only things I'm going to touch is my pencils and my page. That's about it. There she is. It's sorry for what? You didn't do anything. It was my fault. What are you apologizing for, girl? You should have known better. I'm very, not so inclined when it comes to, you know. I have to pull this out a bit. There we go. Yes, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the little boo-boo. Welcome back to everybody who decided to come back. Yeah. You gotta love technology. Anyways. So, like I was saying, you can get this book on Amazon. For anybody who doesn't have a printer or anything like that. Yeah, we need to, yes, that should be a good course for me. But I don't use a computer or a tablet. I use my husband's phone to watch chat and do all that stuff, so. And let's see, the next color we are going to use is it this one? I don't know if I should use this one or this one's supposed to be over here too. That's too much of a blue. I'm looking. Guess that's kind of the same color as that, so. Okay. So we're going to use this one of the Starjoy Gold, which is the Wisteria. And, oh, pardon me. Hi, Sam. Apologies about the disruption. So, like I was saying, I am using colors that go with each character from Disney. So, like this one, like I said, is Ursula. But I'm not going exactly with a color palette. I use the color palette kind of to guide me in the direction of colors that I would need. But it's not actually a color palette that I'm using exactly. And Ursula is kind of like a, I guess, gray violet, you know, kind of color. So we're just going with the colors that are more like a blue violet. And I have ordered the new R.J. Hampson book. I have ordered the, of course, Camellia Angelkova's new book because I love space and I love the little characters. So we'll probably be coloring out of some of those books within the next coming weeks with lives. Also in Jade Summers' Fairy Homes book. Is it saying? Yeah, I'll have to fix it. Hannah, I apologize. It was my fault. I know better than to click on anything while I'm going live because, well, I'm very not, my husband is the one who's really good at stuff like that. Me, not so much. That's why when I have, an issue, like a technical issue, I yell for my husband because I am completely lost when it comes to that. So, yeah. If I lived on my own, I'd still call him to come and fix it. So. But that's okay. We're back and we are working, and I am not touching another bloody thing except my page. You're not in the doghouse, girl. Good Lord. Yeah, I know. You need to sound like the horn that you just heard honk, right? So, anyways, if anybody has any of those 3 books that I mentioned, um, we will be doing some pictures from those books. Yeah. No, you're not in the doghouse, honey. So yes, if anybody has any 3 of those books, we will be doing pages from them eventually in the next coming weeks. So if you do feel like joining in the, coloring along with us, that's fine. If not, that's okay too. There's no, there's no obligation, is what I mean, to coloring. I mean, if you want to join, that's great. If not, I'm not going to be hurt by that, honest. I'm pretty laid back, if you ask me. So, does anybody have any questions that they would like to know about me? Personal or coloring wise? I'm pretty much an open book. I don't hide anything from anybody. So, if you have a question, if you want to know more about me, you're more than welcome to ask any questions. These lives are a safe place for everybody here, and you're more than welcome to talk about anything, and there will be no judgment, no bullying, no anything here. Just to let you guys know. When did I start coloring? It must have been about 11 and a half years ago. And I started coloring. I mean, I colored when I was a kid. I mean, every kid does color for the most part. But I got more into adult coloring actually when I decided to stop doing drugs. So I was a hardcore drug addict years and years ago. I did a lot of prescription medication, and at one point I realized that my kids were suffering and it wasn't fair to them. Both my husband and I did it together, and we realized that it wasn't worth our souls, so we both decided to stop doing them. And we went into the recovery program, and we have been clean for 11 and a half years now. We never looked back, and I wouldn't change that part of my life, to be honest, because it helped create who I am today. So, to answer your question, I started coloring when I quit doing drugs and decided to go into recovery. So yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't change, the things that happened then, because I wouldn't be part of who I am today. So yeah, and like I said, I'm an open book. I don't hide anything. So yeah, been clean for 11 and a half years, and Never looked back after that. You can only look forward and keep going forward. What is my favorite type of book? You mean coloring book? That might be a little bit of a harder question. I don't really have a favorite type of book, honestly, Shelby. Um, I have a collection of every genre, pretty much, except for color by number, because, yeah, I don't do the whole color by number thing. I know lots of people out there do, but I don't do the color by number, and I don't do mandalas. So I'm just putting that out there. So, but I do like having a little bit of everything. I mean, I have mandalas PDFs from when I started coloring, because I used to do mandalas a lot. And my tastes changed over the years, and as I grew with my coloring, my, my tastes in coloring stuff changed. So, with that being said, I do have, a little bit of everything, really, in my arsenal of coloring book collection, because I like having the options. Whoops, I didn't mean to. I like having options. But if I had to choose a type of book, it would be more cutesy, kind of cute, weird, and different is mostly the kinds of stuff I love to color. Aw, thank you, Blue. They are Disney inspired, so, yeah. I'm actually, I've done this page before. Whoops, shoot. I have done this page before, but I wanted to go with a different kind of look to it, or I wanted to try something different, so I went with Disney character themes. And like I said, I found palettes for Disney characters, but I'm not actually using the palette itself. I just pulled colors for each character, and just kind of worked off of those. So, yeah. Hi, Thomas. What's everybody's favorite type of book to color? Like, coloring genre, or... I just told you mine. Mine is cute, creepy, weird. As long as I can have fun with colors in it, I'm good. And I'm not a realism colorist. Far from it. I don't do realism. I definitely don't do portraits, because too much realism into that. But stuff like this, I'm all for, because I can have fun with my colors. And apparently, from what I found out, it's not as easy to do. To me, it's easy, but I guess it's not as easy for some people to just be able to. I have a lot of books to sometimes find it. Absolutely, Lynn. There are days that I can pull out about 10 or 12 books, find a page that I want to color in it, and they will all be sitting literally in front of me, and I can't choose. Sometimes I get my husband to choose a page. Sometimes I get my kids to choose a page, and other times I use a number generator, because I can't choose what to color. And then there's other days where, you know, I just have to be feeling the picture to be able to do it. If I'm not feeling it, then I am definitely not going to color it. Mine is Chibi Books and Kawaii Books, Golden Ratio Coloring Book, and other ones. Yeah. Definitely, Thomas. But yeah, that overwhelming feeling when you have everything in front of you. And most of the time I will go for a picture that I can go stupid crazy with colors and just be myself and out of the box. Yeah, that's the one thing I won't have. Well, I do have a couple, but it's not on purpose. The whips. That is the one thing I try not to have any of, is whips. Just because whips drive me crazy. And half the time I probably wouldn't go back to it, to be honest. So I try my best not to have too many. If I choose a page to color, I will work on that page till it's done. Before I even think of or start another page. I don't have as many whips as most people, just because of that fact that my bipolar brain won't let me work on another page, really, until one is done. And I'll obsess over it. If I put it off to the side, you know, to try and start coloring another picture, I'll obsess over it until it gets to the point where I can't ignore that noise in my head. And I will go and finish the page, to be honest. So, yeah. You're a bad influence, Zoe? Yeah. Usually when I choose a page, Lynn, I'm feeling that page, and I mean, I can't really choose a page that I'm not feeling at all. And once I get into it, then I really start, the colors start flowing, and I can't stop. There's times where I have wanted to, I sit there and I go, oh, I'm not feeling this anymore. But, like I said, I can put it off to the side, but my bipolar brain would just nag and nag and nag at me until I just say, fine, I give up, I'll finish it, because Zoe has lots of works in progresses, but, I mean, everybody is different, right? So, not everybody works the same way, and that's what makes us all, actually, I think, it makes us stronger as a coloring community, because we are all different. Side, a color page in another book, and I said, yeah, but like I said, Thomas, we all have a system that works for us, and that's what makes the coloring community work together. And I mean, we're not all going to get along, and we definitely don't all color the same. We all know that part. But That's why I do love this community quite a bit, because of that reason. I mean, like, let's take Zoe, for example. Zoe, when she colors, she layers and layers and layers until she gets the look that she wants. Me, I I do use different colors, and I do, shade and bring those colors in, but it's hard to explain. I don't layer like Zoe does. I kind of do it my way, and my way is what works for me. And I've had plenty of people try to, they like the way I color because it's different. I love the way Zoe colors because it's different to mine. But that's the way we think, you know. We always love somebody else's work because their coloring is the way you'd love to color, but it to me, with my little bipolar brain, I don't really have the patience to layer and layer and layer until, I mean, I do this, and this is fine the way I do it. And I do, like, I shade, I color the base color, then I shade in and work my way in. That's when I first started coloring, that was the way. I watched a tutorial video on how somebody did it, and that's the way they did it. They would do the base color and then work their shades inwards. I do that to a degree, if it makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but in my head it makes sense. And I know I'm just babbling on right now, but just kind of trying to explain a little bit of the process, that's all. And I know not everybody likes using mixed media on their pages. A lot of people like using one set of either markers or colored pencils. However, me, I need the option to be able to use other pencils and other sets because I know what works well together. But what works for me doesn't always work for other people. And what works for you may not go, doesn't work for other people. Everybody went quiet. Am I missing something? Can you guys hear me? Or am I... Just wondering if you guys can still hear me, because everybody went quiet. Nobody's talking anymore. Okay. Okay, Zoe. Are you still working on your page, Zoe? I don't know how I do it. I really don't, Lynn. I think it's more of like I guess once you get used to certain things or certain sets or however the case may be, once you get used to all that, it's just kind of like a natural reaction. To me anyways, it is. naturally happens. I know what to reach for. And it may not make sense, but my color swatching is literally in my head. For every set of pencil, I can tell you what color, like, I can't tell you the exact color name or the exact number to certain pencils, but to look at the pencil itself, I know what color comes out. But I still test it just to make sure I'm right before I do what I need to do. Yeah, I love using my mixed mediums all the time. You're trying to coax two chipmunks? Aw. I love hearing your stories sometimes, Blue. All the little wildlife. Alright, so after I just kind of even this out a bit, this last shading, the darkest shade I'm using, after I do this, then I will move on to the wings and the horns. Because in the color palette that I had, it kind of had like a raspberry kind of red, and that was because of her lips. And so we're just going to add some kind of reddish purple to Ursula the dragon here. You should take a video and then put it on either Instagram or on your on YouTube or Facebook, one or the other. Okay, so because they had, I think I'm going to do the wings kind of like a mauve color. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we might go mauve with this. Should I? Huh. Just looking. What book is this out of? It is out of Colored Caramel's Sweet Doodles coloring book. Okay, I'm bringing in another color just to try here. Yeah, I'm not one for color swatching, Sam. I think it's more of an impatience thing. It's not, yeah. It's a patient kind of situation. That's all. Thank you, Zoe, for putting that up. I appreciate that. Okay, so I know this is all purple. I'm wondering if I should go with, yeah, I might go with this color. Hang on. Yeah, I'll go with like the bluey kind of, it's almost like a bluish purple, but it's not blue, if that makes sense. Don't know how to explain it. It's just not blue. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I'm just so used to the mediums that I use all the time because it's the same ones. I mean, I've got over 30 some odd sets of colored pencils, but I use the ones that I stick to are usually within my grasp. So I have my Starjoy Golds, I have my Color Macarons, all of my macaron pencils. So like my Brute Fooner, my H&B, my Color. Then I have my Arteza pencils, my Black Widow, my Brute Fooners, my knockoff Polys. And then off to my other side, I have, you know, everything within reach. So the pencils that I do use, I know what's what. It it's hard, so hard to explain. But that's why I am planning on doing a, I guess, wacky or crazy combo coloring video. Um, and I will be using certain pages. It'll be colored caramel pages from Colored Caramel's Patterns and Doodles coloring book, because it would be the easiest way to show you guys, and I'll show you guys if I can find the pages that I want to use in my videos. I don't know if I put it in my in here or not. In my Colored Caramel folder. Give me a second. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean by when I go to do my wacky or, you know, color combo video. I'm going to zoom out a minute to show you guys. Oh great, now my phone doesn't want to zoom out. Lovely. Okay, so when I go to do my combo videos, I'm going to be taking pages from Colored Caramel's Patterns and Doodles. If you guys are interested, I can send you the patterns. Yeah, I have this one on PDF. I can send you a couple of pages from this book. So if you guys want to follow me throughout the color combo video, you guys can follow and practice on these pages. And the only reason I'm doing it is because these are perfect for practicing color combos. So there's, you know, stuff like this, little things like this is what I mean for color combos. And it, like a narwhal, I can show you guys different color combos for, you know, narwhals and outer space and, you know, unicorns and all that fun stuff. Bumblebees, there's little lions, hearts. So that is what I'll be using for the color combo videos. So if you guys are interested in following along, I can send you guys that, a few of those pages to follow along that I will be using for. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm trying to get that. I apologize for being so close. Okay, I think that's good. And yes, I'm apologizing yet again, Zoe. Do you guys want me to zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see, or are you guys good with that? Any other medium I can handle, like fine liners? Which budget set out of what you have do you feel is best quality? Oh gosh, Blue. Huh. That's a hard question as well. Out of my budget, I would say I love my Brute Fooners. whether it's the round barrels or the black barrels or the square. Um, I do love my Starjoys, and it could be either Starjoys or Starjoy Golds. And if you want to consider Black Widows a budget set, then I would suggest Black Widows. I'd love to follow along as long as I have the pencils and pages of like that kind of thing. Yeah, Lynn, I think I sent the book to Zoe, so she must have it. Yeah, so like I told Zoe, I was going to be doing pencil sets that people have or like are most likely to have. So I'll probably make a poll or something with pencil sets before the coloring combo video and find out which color, which pencils that everybody would prefer me do. What are you talking about, Zoe? Oh, Leslie. I thought I was like, okay, sorry. I pulled a brain fart. Sorry, guys. Ha! Hi, Leslie. Different preferences. I love the softer pencils like this ones. Yeah, see, and Lynn's right there, Blue. I mean, I love I love my pencils, whether it's soft, mostly soft core is what I go for, but for the most part, the one sets that I told you, like budgets, those would be my ones that I go for and reach for the most. Also, the Color pencils. You can ask Zoe about those as well. The Colors are a pretty good budget pencil. If you can't afford an Arteza set, then I believe the Colors would be the closest to Arteza's budget-wise, if you ask me. But you can ask Zoe as well. I'm pretty positive that's Oh yeah, and the Amazon Basics as well. My gosh, there's so many. Is there a specific kind of pencil you're looking for, Blue, or are you just asking, like, as a general question? Like, are you planning on buying a good set of, but trying to stay within the budget? You still, oh yeah, you still are watching them. Oh my gosh, girl. I forgot. I had to grab a drink. You guys need me to zoom in a bit more on my page, or is everybody okay with the way it is? Because I can zoom in, it's just... Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I don't know. I'm not so great on figuring out, how close I need to be to my page so you guys can see. I mean, I know you guys can see what I'm doing, but, you know, some people like it to be a little bit more closer in so they can have a better look, but it's kind of hard when you're streaming when you're that zoomed in, to keep it in frame as well. The more you're zoomed in, the harder it is to keep in frame, honestly. All right. So those are the wings. I think I'm going to go with like a mauvey gray purple part for the top. Work on different paper. What works in one book? Yeah, exactly. Zoe, and I do have tons of different pencils. I mean tons. I actually think I have more than uh, 30. I think I have more than 32 pencil sets, and that's not including my markers as well. So I have really cheap pencils, and then I have a little bit more expensive pencils. I do have 2 sets of watercolor pencils. And I've used them before. I don't use them often, but I did try them out. I couldn't figure out why they were a little harder on the paper, like when you go to color, but it's because they're watercolor pencils. So, you know. They're starting to catch up, Lynn? I prefer the softer pencil like Prisma, so for soft pencils I would recommend the Brute Square. And the Brute Shuttle Art. Your homework is done, Zoe? Yeah. I mean, depending on what your budget is allowing, honestly, Blue. What is your budget? Like, I don't even know how to. It's just a question as to what your budget allows. So, I got a set of 120. They were knockoff polys. I don't know. Do I still have the box? I do, actually. Hang on. Box is a little destroyed, but hang on. Come on now. Sorry, give me a second, guys. And I'll show you. Okay. So, yeah, the box is a little destroyed, but it does look like, because it's been sitting on the floor, because I put these pencils in a case. So, they look like this. This is the paper around it. It almost looks like Faber-Castell. This is the box they came in, something like this. I mean, they've been sitting for a while. They came in a box like this, 120, like the Faber-Castells. And I have them in a case. And I paid for the 120, and I mean, they weren't real polychromo. I think they are real polychromos, but they're not. Like, it doesn't say polychromo on it, but they are a polychromo pencil. Now, these are, here, let's see if I do it this way. You can see it better this way. Kind of thing. So I got 120 of them, you know, and I paid $90 for the 120 set. So if you don't want to pay the price of a polychromo and you want something like them, those are something, I mean, I would suggest, to be honest. What's the name? See, that's the thing. It doesn't have a bloody name. Like, this is all it says. 120 color pencils. There's no, it says hot stamping, round shape, softened poplar wood. And then this is the back. But it doesn't have an actual name to the, and these things go up and down. Yeah, the price goes up and down. It fluctuates. I mean, yeah, I'll have to check my order. Actually, you know what? I'll do it on my husband's phone because he has the Amazon on his phone. Just give me 1 second and I will find them. I just gotta switch to my other Amazon that I have because I have 2 Amazons now. Sorry about my throat, guys. Today is one of those bad days, to be honest. Oops. Stupid thing. I don't know if it was 2021 I got them or 2022. But what I'll do, Zoe, is I'll send you the link to it, and then, yeah. Just bear with me, guys. They do go up and down in price, so anywhere between $89.99 to, like, I think I've seen $120. Come on, where are you, you stupid things? I know they're here somewhere, I just... Not 100% sure where. Come on, my friends, where are you? Yeah, let's see if I can find. Okay, so yes, right now they are on for $98.95 right here. These right here. Oops. But I'll share the link with Zoe, or, you know, well, I can't even do it on I'm on my husband's phone, and he doesn't have my thing. But if you just type in on your search bar for um, Amazon, just type in Polychromos colored pencils. They should come up after the actual Polychromos. And they're for 120, they're 98.59, and there's a $5 coupon on them. Also, the 60 set of Polychromos is 120.25. So you're getting double the amount for less than I'm trying. I keep doing it, but it's not helping my throat at all. It's driving me crazy, so. You're welcome, ladies. And I do love them, and I can't compare them to an actual polychromo, but they are beautiful pencils. I mean, this is one of them. No, that's a Color. I do have a couple of them that I use them quite often in my coloring pages, and they are very smooth and beautiful. Oh, Yana. I do that when my grandson's coming. I have to, move things out of the way and, you know, clear certain things. I mean, there's certain things that I'll leave right where they are because he has to learn. That's the spot for it, and you're not supposed to touch, plain and simple. But other stuff, we have to move because he will get into a whole hell lot of mischief. He's coming Monday for a little bit, so I'll be doing some quick cleaning tomorrow evening. Or no, sorry, not tomorrow evening. I'll be doing some on Sunday evening. I'll be doing that. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, honestly, I just didn't want to pay the price of 120 set of actual polychromos. So I didn't really jump at those. I kind of hesitated, really. I did, at those polychromo pencils that I showed you, the knockoff ones. I don't know if they were ones made by Faber-Castell and just, different labels on them for people who couldn't pay the price of, I don't know. But my point was I did hesitate quite a bit when thinking about buying them, and I said, well, I might as well try them. If I don't like them, then I can always send them back and get refunded the money. Needless to say, I still have them, and I absolutely love coloring with them. So, that goes to show that it was, a decent set of pencils. So you definitely won't not like them if you're looking for something, budget friendly, kind of, yeah, if you're looking for something a little bit more budget friendly and good quality, I would recommend those. Yeah, they're kind of a little bit more pricey than a budget set, but to me, that's a budget to polychromos. Those are the thing, or the set of pencils that I would recommend to people who are looking for polychromos but don't want to pay that price. Aw. That's a fun age, though, Yana. That really is a fun age. I miss my kids being that young. Because at that age, they still love cuddles, but, you know. 200 Canadian on sale for your set of polychromos. I feel a little guilty filling up a coloring book with them. I hear ya. But yeah, I mean, just think of it this way. I mean, you can purchase these knockoff polys, and I mean, if you don't like them, you can always return them. And if anybody does try or purchase them, I'd really like to know what you think about them. And I mean, my opinion is my opinion, okay? I'm not going to be upset if I recommend something or whatever and you personally don't like it. I won't be offended. But I do love hearing other people's thoughts on, you know, what I think is good to me may not be what you're looking for. So I'm not the kind of person who's going to get upset, or, you know, I'm not going to think that you're blaming me that I got you to buy these pencils. That decision is up to you if you choose to buy the pencils. But I would like if anybody does purchase those and try them. I haven't seen anybody else with those, to be honest. I haven't heard of anybody else with those. So I'm not sure. If there are other people out there, I mean, there's gotta be, but I'm just curious, that's all. But yeah, I'm not the kind of person who's going to get upset if you don't like something that I've recommended. I'm not going to go all Karen on you or whatever. You know, I'm not that kind of person, for the love of God. Just no. But like I said, I don't know anybody else that has those. So if you do purchase them or whatever, I'd really like to know your thoughts, because, again, I haven't heard anybody else's, you know, thoughts on them, because I haven't known anybody else that has bought them, so. And I mean, I don't think they're a bad price, but that's my opinion. Other people can have different opinions. I get that. But to me, they're not a bad price. Oh. Nope. No, thank you. Police, but not. Whoops. Yeah, that's what I mean, though, Gail. I'm not sure of anybody who has any, like, the same set. I haven't heard of anybody else who has that set, and I don't even know if they were created by actual Faber-Castell and they were just, you know, something was off center, like the lead was off center or something. It could be real polychromos. I don't know, because I don't have polychromos, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they almost look like the same packaging from Faber-Castell. So I'm not 100% sure. But it would be nice if somebody else had them or, you know, purchased them and told me what they thought. Yeah, it, like I said, it, and I know I keep saying it, but anybody else, please let me know what you think because I don't know anybody else that has them. And there's got to be people that have bought them because they've been there for a while. I mean, I got mine in 2022, so. I just like to know opinions of others on what they think of, you know. But yeah, if you want to look into them, just type into your Amazon search bar polychromo colored pencils, and those ones will come up. And I know there's a $5 coupon on with them right now, so. Okay, that's fine, honey. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's a few different people with. Um, Mine started with like a B or something. It was like, hang on, let me see. Oh, I closed it. Oh, mine is Emo Shay Yoga. Yeah, Emo Shay Yoga is what mine is. So I really don't know. But anyways. Yeah, so. Oh. Hi, Em. How are you, honey? Thank you, sweetie. All right. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Apologies. What is happening? You want to give him that stuff his mom sent? I apologize, you guys. I know, I love him too. That's my Hades. So this is supposed to be Ursula colors, kind of. This is supposed to be like the lipstick color, which is the color they had for her. And then the rest of her is like that gray violet. But that's the one I'm sticking to with Ursula. I know it doesn't actually look like her, but they're dragons. They're not supposed to look like her. I'm just going to put some of these pencils away here. This one goes here. Buttons, color pencil, Arteza. All right. Where'd my Arteza kit go? Okay. So we I know, Yana, but, you know. So that is my Ursula inspired. I don't know. I'm thinking about adding some gray to this. Willow, enough! Oh my gosh. Willow, please shut up, dog. Seriously. I'm just looking. Oh. Oh, jeez. No wonder I couldn't roll my chair back. Bloody freaking. There was a thing behind my chair. What's wrong? Oh, your stuff's here. Oh, his cups. There's a big box in your case. Are you happy? Hmm? Happy birthday? Happy early birthday, I should say. Sorry, I'm reaching, guys. Just looking for a certain color pencil.
You said it was a big case.
Well, I didn't know if it was that. It's bigger than the other one, isn't it?
Oh. Same body.
Hmm? I might have to go in with this color. A little bit more gray purple. But if I do, I'll show you guys the difference that I made there. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, we're going to work on the one. Yeah, that's the way it feels like here, too. Blue. That's, yeah, it feels like that here. So, I always said in all of Canada, we only have two types of weather, hot and cold. There's no seasons, it's just hot or cold. That's the way I see it in Canada. It's beautiful out though. Even with that weather, it's absolutely beautiful out. Oh, I went outside with just a tank top on. It was just beautiful. The sun was out and everything, but... So this one here is going to be like Pete's Dragon. And it was green, mostly green for the dragon. Purple for the wings and the scales. And some pink as well for his horns. So we're kind of using a lesser kind of color palette, like and I'm just making sure that I have all the greens that I really want from the Arteza set, or if I need another green for him, just make sure. 96. Okay, we'll keep this one around too. Keep these two around. Bit like that here, dude. Yeah. Where in Canada am I? Are you talking about me, Yana, or Blue? So I got mostly Artezas for this dragon here. I've got one Yeah, most of it's Artezas, except for I got one Star Joy Gold, and I've got one Color Macaron root pencil. Just gotta check on colors here. I guess they're both really the same colors, aren't they? So, alright, so I don't need that one there. I am from Ontario, Canada, Yana. That's what I got. Really. Hi, I'm doing a live, so.
I know. Hug time.
Hi, grab a snack. I don't know if there's any pizza left, if you guys ate it all, but.
I get my period soon.
Oh, hello, I'm on a live. Nobody wants to know that. Thank you.
I was telling you about them. I don't even know if I paused.
Did I miss something, Zoe? Yeah, I'm in Ontario, Canada. I'm 3 hours away from, 2.5 to 3 hours away from Toronto. And about 3 hours away from Kingston. No, sorry, I'm about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Kingston and about 4 hours from Ottawa, I believe. 4 or 5 hours away from Ottawa, so I'm kind of, the town or city that I'm in is kind of dead smack in the middle of either which way we go to any major city around. Ah, got it. Well, I just saw it, like the comment, because so remember when I was removing things, I removed it from my husband's phone and not mine. So I can see on my chat on my phone, but not on my husband's. I saw it when I looked up and then it was gone. I was about to read it and it was gone. So I was like, okay, well, Zoe must not have liked that. Very nice, Brooke. Yeah, Ontario can be really nice. It would be nice if more people would take care of our country, you know. But it is what it is, and yeah, so. Got it. We discussed this, did we not, the other day? Hence the reasoning behind my decision. But, like I keep telling everybody, this is supposed to be a safe space and, you know, a warm and welcoming place to open up and not be afraid and be judged or bullied, and then, yeah. Okay. And do I say anything when she comes back, or would you like to? Because I'm pretty sure you've had run-ins with her before. If I am not mistaken. I have been drinking my coffee, but there's like this tickle in my throat I can't seem to get rid of. Sometimes it's my allergies though, and with the wind blowing and stuff. It's most likely my allergies. No, you caught it. I wasn't able to see the comment, so if you want, you can say something to her because I didn't see the comment. You did. So you do your thing and don't be sorry. It's just, you know, I just want everybody to feel, you know, comfortable enough, and with things like that and people like that, not really, you know, it's not helping the situation. So, in the town, in Alberta, every spring, the whole town has a weekend. Everyone picks up. That's awesome, though, Blue. That is really, really awesome. I like that idea. I really do. It's a very nice gesture, to be honest. Hmm. Lately, Toronto has been bringing busloads of homeless people and dropping them off with the promise of, you know, a trip, with, you know, promise of a meal on the bus ride, and, you know, they get to come to a different city and, you know, just get to explore the resources. They all come on a bus, and then they let them off at a certain spot, tell them they're going to be back, and the buses never come back for them. So Toronto is literally dumping their homeless people into our town. So now we have an abundance of homeless people, way more than we did at the beginning of the year because of that reason. You know, and I think it's sad. It really is. Instead of helping them, you know, you make them somebody else's or some other town's problem, which, in my opinion, is not the right thing to do, but, you know. Oh, I agree with you, Lynn. Totally. 100%, hon. I I'd like to hear people's opinions and thoughts, but not, you know, yeah. So yeah, it is horrible. It's I feel so bad for them because they, you know, they've lived most of their life in the big city of Toronto, and then all of a sudden they're uprooted and just left here and stranded with no way back to their, you know, to their home. So it's horrible, and they lie to them. Like, it's absolutely a lie. You know, and we try to do, me and my husband, we will try to help where we can, but I mean, it shouldn't be up. Yes, okay, I get it should be, you know, everybody kind of helping everybody, but you can only help so many of them. I mean, a lot of them are angry and so hooked on drugs they don't know, you know, what day it is, unfortunately. And, you know, I mean, it just breaks my heart, that's all. Seems to be happening everywhere from what I've heard with patients. That's horrible. Like, exactly, Blue. And that's the problem. You know, Toronto is such a much more bigger city than the city I live in, you know, and our city is helping them as much as possible, you know, with food programs and not so much housing, but I mean, our town is starting to create those tiny homes for them to start getting back on their feet and stuff like that. But only certain ones, because they have to go through a process. One's homeless people that are willing to actually work to get back on their feet. And I mean, I get the fact that, you know, inflation is hitting everybody very hard, and that includes housing. So, you know, with Toronto dropping their homeless off here, our town has had to scramble to help the people. And like I said, my hubby and I, we try to do what we can, but again, we can't help everybody. And unfortunately, I'm not going, and nothing against, you know, these homeless people or whatever, I'm not gonna house them because I don't know, you know, what these people are actually like. I mean, if I could help more, we would, but we can't. And I'm not going to take any chances. So we do what we can. You know, we go to the dollar store, we pick up a bag of chips or a couple bottles of water for the homeless, and we, you know, drop it off to whoever's around. But unfortunately, anyways, moving on. Yes, thank you, Lynn. It is a coloring channel, so if you don't have anything to ask or, you know, to join in the conversation with everybody and stick to, you know, the conversation and not try to create your own, then you're more than welcome to stay. If you cannot do those things, then I kindly ask you to leave if you cannot keep to the conversation with everybody and enjoy the company of others. Well, I know that, but you know what I mean? My heart goes out to them, Blue, and I wish, you know, I could help more, but I mean, it's gotten so bad that, you know, some of these homeless people are starting, because we used to be a small town that, you know, we never locked our doors as, you know, a town, but lately, these homeless people have just been walking into people's houses in the middle of the night. They just walk in and they're standing right there. So a lot of us in town have been, you know, locking our doors and stuff. So, like, I guess thing is we do what we can to try and help, and then it seems like we're taken advantage of by the homeless people, because you help them and it's like you give them an inch, they want a mile, you know. That's the problem. So unfortunately, a little bit of help sometimes isn't worth it, to be honest. Just to go to programs for people in need. It's managing that. That's the problem, though, Blue, is you're right. The money that taxpayers, pay and whatever, it's supposed to go to the, management of these programs and stuff. And the problem is our town was just given $26 million to create a housing kind of place for the homeless. And are you kidding me? They're dilly-daddling on putting the place up. And they're, using the money for other things, which is wrong in my opinion. So, I mean, what can we do? I mean, yeah, we can try for a new government, but we're only taxpayers. We're only, the peasants, so to speak, if that makes sense. One second, guys. Okay, so we shouldn't be, at the moment, right now, Zoe, able to see anything. So I'll figure it out after the stream. But as of right now, all comments have been well, that's what my husband says, Lynn, is locks only keep honest people out. Regardless. He's always said that. Locks only keep honest people out. I mean, if somebody's determined enough to come in your house, they're going to find any way, regardless if, your door is unlocked or locked or whatever the case may be, No, that's fine, Zoe. And yes, it is partly your call. I mean, there's things I can't see while I'm coloring. So definitely I appreciate you watching out. And yeah, it was a good call. Because, well, you know me, I don't put up with that crap. I refuse to. I'm not gonna have my, my friends and everybody uncomfortable because we're trying to babysit. So, yeah. Not happening, girl. But yeah, that's the problem, you know, and I totally agree. I mean, look at our prime minister, to be honest. I mean, he's got our country in the hole like crazy, money-wise, because they screwed up, you know, during the pandemic. They screwed up royally, and now, you know, the country is paying for it, technically. So, and now they're having to take out loans and, you know, stuff just to be able to help. Or just to keep up with the country's, you know, needs and stuff. So, you know, good old government. Gotta love it. You know. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Oh, yeah, I know. Ours has been in pretty much hiding after the country kind of fell apart because he screwed up during the pandemic. So he's been in hiding and only comes out when he necessarily has to and has no choice. So I've always said, you know, our government officials should literally live off of the money that, you know, most low income families live off of. So we live off of a disability check every month. And I've always said, you know, I want to see them, all these government officials who have all the money at their fingertips that they want, live, you know, 1 month the way us who have to live on check to check live, and see how far they get without access to any other money but the same amount of money the people get on low income. I want to see how far they get on that in life, to be able to understand how, you know, people live and why we can't afford to pay all our bills at once, and why we can't afford a certain amount of groceries, and why we can't afford you know, cooks and nannies and aides and, you know, all that. Just for 1 month, I'd like for them to live on a disability without their backup money and their mansions and their, you know, servants. They wouldn't go far, would they? Oh my God, Trudeau is freaking, oh my God. I don't even want to get started on that guy. He's an idiot. The only reason he thinks he's, you know, up there is because of who his father was. So, and technically it's not really his father. We know who his father is, but because he looks identical to his biological father. But yes, Blue, I'm telling you, they need to put all these government powerful people into a pricey apartment with the prices that we all pay nowadays. They need to be put in an apartment where they pay, you know, $1,500 a month, and that's not including your utilities. And they need to, you know, survive off of the, what is it, maybe for a family the way my husband and I are, we get just over $2,000, and that's about $2,100, I guess you can say, and that's to pay all our utilities, our rent, and get food for a month. So I want to see them do that and then tell us, you know, you can budget your money and make it work. So tired of them telling me to budget my crap. They don't have to budget nothing because they got endless bank accounts from the government given right to them. So, but enough of my ranting. That's just, you know, how I feel. So, but, you know, I mean, when you talk about politics and religion, it's always going to be controversial issues. So we'll just leave it at that. How's that sound? So this is my little Pete's dragon. And is anybody interested in that book I was mentioning for my color combo video series that I will be doing? Hopefully I'll start that soon. I just got to make a poll of pencil sets that I pretty much think that most people carry or have. And if anybody's willing to follow along, that book I'll be using is the Colored Caramels, Patterns, and Doodles book that I'll be using just for the color combo video. Blue. Are you able to get the book? Are you able to buy it on Amazon? Hi, Sue. Yeah. Hello, Steve, my friend. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Great. Now I have Zoe brain. Every time I think of a word, I start singing songs now. Great. Thanks, Zoe. Lynn told you you're a bad influence. Yeah, are you able to possibly get the book on Amazon Blue? Or I mean, you can use any picture that you want or anything you want to test, you know, colors on or whatever the case may be. You can use that, but I was just wondering because I think those are the perfect way to practice. I think those are good practice pictures that we can use for the ages for stuff to get to me, but I still follow along sometimes. Yeah, they're you can use any book or, you know, anything you want to, you know, practice color combos on. That would work too. And like I said, I'll be putting up a poll about, because I do have different sets of pencils. I have to talk with Zoe to find out what kinds of pencils she has. I know she has the Artisas, and I know she has the Prismas, and she has the Colors, and the Brute Funer squares, and I know Steve has the Brute Funer rounds. So those are sets we can start with, I guess. with color combos. And you guys want to see any color combos that I work with, or is there colors that, I mean, I can always do suggestions as well. If anybody has a suggestion, I can figure out a color combo that would work, if you're interested. Oh yeah, the Black Widows. That's up to you, sweetie. It really is. I can show you a page, but yeah, I can show you a couple of pages, or take a couple of pages from the book that we'll be using, and you can possibly draw off of that as well. Now, do I need a really dark color just as an outline? I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about it. Why that's in there is beyond me. But I will be figuring it out soon, I hope, for my color combo video. Okay, there we go. There's a darker one. Thank you, Sue. This is from the Sweet Doodles Colored Caramel book, and I am doing this page kind of dragon inspired, Disney inspired, from Disney characters. And so far, so good.
So,
Yes, if anybody has any suggestions of questions you want me to, like combos that you want me to try and see if they work, or, you know, but I'll start with color combos that I know work well for me. And I can blend those colors, and I can also like color like this, which color combos work well. Let me see. Where did Thomas's comment go? Yeah, if I do it on the community, I could get in trouble because of the copyright thing, Blue. But I can take pictures of them and send them to you. Do you have, what do you call it? Do you have Instagram? And I can send it to you. Do you have any Disney? Actually, Thomas, I don't have one Disney coloring book. Not one. I never followed in those footsteps of everybody that got the Disney books. But don't let that discourage you either, because just because I don't have a Disney book, you can still follow along in color combos, darling. You can still follow the color combos and follow along as we color. To be honest, you don't need... I'm just using those pages as for the color combo video, because they're just already, it's almost like it's already made ready for me to do the color combo kind of thing. But You can use any easier book, any easy coloring book that you like. You can follow along on those. You can color just about any page, darling. You don't need the exact page, to be honest. Yeah, just don't get discouraged just because I don't have any. Like I said, you can still follow along, Thomas. There's a lot of people that don't have the book or don't have printers, like you saw them talking there. They don't have the book, or they don't have, and they're still, going to be able to follow along, or they can jot down color combos, however they want to do it, honestly. That's what I was talking about earlier in the stream there, Thomas, that not everybody's going to have the same kind of, stuff or the same kind of tastes or anything, but that's what makes us all special, and that's what makes us a great community, because we are all unique and different, and I think we all rock, to be honest. I think we are all special in our own way, and community rocks. I mean, of course, we're going to get the party poopers every now and again in the coloring community, but for the most part, most of the coloring community is great. So I just wanted to put that out there, because sometimes people feel discouraged or don't feel like they belong, and you most definitely belong. If you are joining in the coloring community and, enjoying yourself, then you definitely, most definitely belong with us. And there is definitely no wrong way to color either. There's no right way and there's no wrong way. There's no rules. Just putting that out there, because some people act like there's bloody rules to coloring, and there is not. Alright, so we outlined him in the darker green. You're back again. Yep, imagine how boring life would be if we were all the same. You're right, it sounds poopy, doesn't it? I was trying to say to hubby, let's put monies together. It didn't work, huh? He's not a Prisma person? Ooh, very nice, Sue. Very nice, honey. Do you need backup? I can be your backup. Steve, my friend, she's gonna die if she doesn't get Prismas. You better do it, or she's gonna die. Did it work, Zoe? Damn it. I know it's not dramatic. You have to be dramatic sometimes to get what you want, woman. And I don't mean like you're actually gonna die. I'm saying, you're gonna be heartbroken, dead kind of thing. And dramatic is good, woman. In certain situations. Let me just rephrase that, because some people being dramatic is a little over the top, but you know. Which I know a few people on YouTube that are a little over the top and dramatic, so anyways. Exactly, Blue. Us Canadians have worked that part out, haven't we? We've already mastered that. I know, they are expensive. No, they don't. Yeah, no. Deb, no. It's not like that. What's what? Swap combos with them. I don't have a full set. I'm trying to be dramatic, damn it, Lynn. I'm trying to help. And I don't mean dying in a real sense. Good Lord. Dying as in her coloring life will be dying if she doesn't get them, you know. Her coloring, you know, aura is going to dissipate if she does not. I have the Prisma Scholars, Sue, and the difference is the premieres are a lot creamier. Very creamy. Yep. So what are we at? I think I have gone over a bit. Yes, I have. I've gone over by 6 minutes. So I have my homework cut out for me. I gotta finish up these dragons. But I am gonna end it here as soon as I'm done shading him out. But I have my homework cut out, which is to finish the Disney-inspired dragons. Hopefully, maybe my new books will be in tomorrow by the time I go live. I'm praying, but not a guarantee. And yeah, so this is where we are at the moment. I'll zoom out a bit. And this is where we are going to leave it. So yeah, my homework is to do as much as I can. If I don't get all of it done tonight, it'll be part of the stream tomorrow, and praying that my new books will be here on time so we can color maybe a space miniature picture part way through. If praying. But I want to thank everybody for joining me and listening to me chit chat, and especially bearing with me through my little mishap at the beginning of the live. And yeah, yeah, you're rubbing off on me, girl. So yeah, I want to thank you all for joining me. You guys are all awesome. You guys are rock stars in your own coloring ways. And just remember to stay safe and be kind. Keep smiling. Happy coloring. And until tomorrow, my colorful dreamers. Big hugs, darling. And thank you. Thank you, darlings. Bye, guys.